My story begins since the day I was born in Cuernavaca, Morelos, Mexico on May 6, 1997. During that time, my parents were still the typical boyfriend and girlfriend who lived with their parents. They had been having a romantic relationship, having mutual acknowledgement, interactions, high affection, and intensity. Soon after I was born, they both realized it was time to build their own nuclear family. They decided to live together as a romantic couple without being married. Cohabitation eventually helped their relationship to grow even more. With greater responsibilities and difficulties such as raising a baby as teens, they were shortly experiencing the other side of love called utilitarian love. Both of my parents had to work and dedicate time to each other based on their understanding and emotional commitment as a family. They both receive advantages from the relationship such as sharing expenses and paying bills equally. When I was a toddler, my mom used to dress me as a boy. She liked to see me in colors such as blue and seeing me in accessories like baseball caps. Despite my mom enforcing me to express my gender differently than my biological sex, I always identify myself as a girl. I like the typical girls' colors such as pink and purple. I love to wear dresses, I play with dolls, and even wear makeup. From seeing commercials of supermodels and the media portraying the definition of female beauty, to seeing my girlfriends put on their makeup and my mom cooking, made me concerned about how a girl was supposed to behave. I was exposed to the typical gender roles of femininity, to the expectations received from the media, to peers and parents. Using the symbolic interaction theory, my gender was reinforced through these interactions and symbols. The conflict perspective theory explains the major elements of why my dad Freddie decided to come to Chicago. The inequality between social classes and the exploitation in the workforce was not taking us anywhere. The corrupt government in Mexico made it impossible to climb the social ladder and achieve a higher social class. My dad was desperate for life changes and the opportunity to achieve desired material conditions and personal experience. So he immigrated to the United States in 2002 in search for a better job. After my dad left, my mom Gabriela and I moved in with my grandparents. My life became very difficult during this period. My mother had to work up to 50 hours a week and she didn't have much time to take care of me. So I had to stay with my grandparents. They were responsible of the care work and helped me enhance my capabilities. Since my grandparents didn't know how to read or write, they tried to influence me to go to school. They were always on top of me and encouraged me to be someone professional so I wouldn't have to struggle like they did. My grandparents not only supported me educationally, but also intellectually and emotionally. They made a huge impact on my life and they are part of who I am today. In 2004, my mom decided to move to the United States and reunite with my dad. The first years of being in a different country were very difficult. Both my mom and I had to learn the ways of our new homeland through acculturation, the acquisition of a new culture and language. The acculturation was very dissonant because at age 7, I was able to adapt to this new change much quicker than my mom. I learned English much faster and became very familiar and knowledgeable of the holidays such as the 4th of July, Thanksgiving, and Easter. Even though we live in a new country, as a family, we still value our traditions, costumes, and norms. For example, each year we celebrate Dia de Reyes Magos by eating a traditional bread called Rosca de Reyes. In 2005, my brother Nathan was born. My mother decided to leave her job and began dedicating her time on childcare and housework. My family became the typical breadwinner homemaker family. According to Hill, traditional families such as mine may be expressions of collective strength and resilience in the face of hardship, uniting men and women with a common purpose. In addition, using the structural functionalism theory, both my mom and dad work together for order and stability for the family. Though they both have completely different roles, they have provided us with the necessary resources to be successful. The ways in which my mom and dad spend their time, it is clear they are unbalanced. My dad spends more time working as a truck driver, while my mom does the bulk of the unpaid work. Even though this unpaid work is essential for households and societies to function, it is also valued less than paid work, and when it is women's responsibility, it prevents them from doing other things. As the years passed, my nuclear family started to grow. In 2007, my baby brother Alec was born, and later in 2012, my mother had her last baby boy Joshua. Of course, I can't forget the addition of two family members, my two basset hounds, Susie and Goofy. As I was growing up and becoming a teenager, I experienced the role of the older sister. I was encouraged by my parents to become the role model of my little brothers. I am responsible to look up after them and teach them to be good in school and at home. As a student, daughter, sister, and employee, I've been having difficulty meeting all these different roles. Work-family conflict makes it difficult to fulfill my obligations in either role. I've missed important family events because I either have to work or focus in school assignments, but I always try to dedicate time to my family. My family of orientation has been my biggest socialization agent and has influenced me the most. With what they have taught me, I plan to build my family of recreation in the future with my boyfriend David. Because he and I are from a different culture, if one day we decide to marry, we will be considered an exogamous couple, and we will be sharing different cultural values. Being exposed to my boyfriend's Salvadoran culture has taught me how to understand other cultures and eventually learn from them. Education has been the most important structure that has influenced who I have become in the past few years. High school taught me the importance of attending college. Many of my teachers became my mentors by encouraging me to succeed in life. Social capital and the availability of resources of these connections gave me the opportunity to explore the world as a student. School also gave me the opportunity to be part of different social networks. I was involved in extracurricular activities. I met friends whom have become part of my extended family. Attending Morton College has also opened many doors. I am proud of choosing this path, and I will absolutely make my parents proud by being the first one in my family to earn a college degree.